Ladies and gentlemen, the Catholic Church has just pulled one of the largest and biggest frauds and deception in the world. This Sister Lancaster, this nun that they has shown us here, who has been um, buried since 2019, and now they exhume her body and she hasn't decomposed, saying that this is a holy move and that she's on the verge of sainthood and all this stuff. I'm not sure they're trying to mama guy and lie to black folks. I mean, the people that are crowding the pilgrimage are mostly white folks. And I'm not even sure if all these different cars are coming from all over the place. They're just trying to create some excitement in Catholicism. I'm not sure what they're up to. They're bringing in a whole bunch of Latinos to vote and support them here. No, they're coming with this big fraud. I think that the question is, how on earth they go and unearth her and then discover that she isn't corrupted and she hasn't decayed? I mean, there's got to be a plan. What I think they did is that they fake it as though they buried her. But in truth and in fact, since then they plan to pull this farce on us so that they put her in a freezer, a place to preserve the body. Then at the right time, they decide now to say, we're going to dig up this body. Why did they go to dig it up? And then, oh, it's preserved. All the people in the past who they find haven't decayed, it's the same game they're playing, right? Because one article says that this Catholic Church is so holy. I mean, this is not a church. This is a political organization. So holiness is not something compatible with it. On the other hand, there are people in there who are genuine, and saints and love God and all that, and they're going to be saved when Jesus comes. But, this church is about politics. They want to rule the world. So this fake here, I'm not sure what they're trying with it. Maybe they're hoping to gain black people to join the church and to join the nuns and the nunnery and all this kind of stuff. Enter the next fraud and fake. The United States government had not planned for these two people here to become famous and become all this purportedly successful. They were placed in the presidency so that the country would collapse in them in '08 because they had no experience, they didn't know what to do, and it was a complex matter. The world was about to collapse. America was about to collapse. But Barack got some help from foreigners that helped him, maneuver and turn things around. And then he got a Nobel Prize, and all his people in his administration get Nobel Prize. And they won't tell people that basically they are out of the loop. It's people that help them make it work. And they shouldn't have all this black people all over the place now running for office thinking that they could be a next Obama. Look at this guy in New York, um, the mayor in New York. He doesn't know what he's doing. He was a police. All he did was police academy. He doesn't know anything about economics, running a state, nothing, a city, nothing. And so black people are suffering, crime is rising, and all this gap is that, oh my God, I had COVID and I cured. I had diabetes and I'm healed. And then when the Republicans send all those migrants, those Latinos up there, put them in hotel and making waves of it. Don't come down here, you're telling the feds to investigate this district attorney. So he has created a problem where all black people now think that we're genius. And in truth, in fact, there are some people, some blacks that are genius like every other race. But, in America, especially blacks, like everybody, the education is kind of like suspect. And, running for office, you have to, especially with racism, you have to be able to run the thing by yourself. And as long as you delegate to people that are going to sabotage you and you're going to look like you're failing and you're holding on yours. But this Obama couple here, they're the biggest fraud ever and a fake that ever existed. Now look, Harris, for example. Harris' mom was from India with a PhD. Her father's from Jamaica, a big professor guy. She has had a home which was rich in scholarship. And these foreigners would have had her disciplined and working on the studies. But going to the schools, they just play games in school and so forth. But I'm sure that she's doing a lot better than the world or the Americans are willing to give her as a vice president. But they don't like black folks to be in those important positions. So they're always giving her flack. So here we have, in conclusion, we have the Catholic Church pulling this big farce on black folks. And here we have the Obamas pulling a big farce. I don't think the government was behind it. The government put them in there so the country will collapse. But they got some help from me and others, and they survived. And now they're going around here. They don't go away. The presidency is over, but they're still out there. Look me, look me, look me. This is look me. Just go away. No other president has ever done this. And blacks are getting hope all over the world. And I mean, it's nice to have hope, but this hope is not valid and effective and reliable and so on. This is based on fakery because they didn't have the experience and we were prevented from having the experience. Now in Africa and the Caribbean, we run everything. Everything is black folks. So, you know, you have a different experience. And when you come out here, you could help like people like Obama to run the show like if it's great. And then he takes all the glory for himself. These two fakes should stop.